Yo, what is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the current state of Maplestory. Now, a lot of you guys have probably already seen the multiple videos made on this topic by Coppersan, Sacrix, and Misusing TV, and I guess I wanted to jump in on this topic and kind of give my 2 cents. The only reason why this video is being made is just to shed some light on this topic and get more noise in the community, because overall I do think the more opinions that are voiced, the better, and I think change will come. Now, first things first, I just want to make this statement before we get into this video so you guys know where our standpoint is on this entire discussion. I think Maplestory, the game itself, is in a good state. I think this game currently is the best that it's ever been. If you compare this game to a year ago, to 2 years ago, the game currently is much better than it was in the previous years, and that is an undeniable fact. I'm sorry if you disagree, you just weren't playing a year ago, or you were not playing 2 years ago, because comparing this game now to how it was 2 years ago, this game is much better. This game is much easier. This game is much more accessible for a newer player to reach the mid game, end game than it ever has been, and that is something that we stand by. And if you need help reaching the mid game, end game, or think it's too hard, we have plenty of guys to help you do that. Now, obviously that's not the point of this video, but on the contrary, I think this company is a good company. I think we can all agree collectively that we as a community need more communication from Maplestory, GMS, Nexon, whoever it is. At this point, I don't even know who is in charge. I feel like we have nobody that relays any information to us, and there's no communication whatsoever when it comes to changes made in GMS. Now, Coppersan touched on this issue in his video. If you haven't seen all the other videos, go and watch them. They pretty much summarize a lot of things, so I'm not going to go too in depth on some topics. But for example, jet removal, Sweetwater flames, totems being removed. Do I agree with all of these changes? No. I think a lot of the time they don't really think about how these changes affect players' time. Jet removal, for example, yeah, no one really had a jet, but for those who did have a jet, it does kind of disregard all the time they put into making a class. Do I agree with it? Absolutely not. I think that they really should have thought that one through. Totem removal, I think, was an overall good change, but once again, their communication on the issue was kind of lackluster and had no actual direction. Sweetwater flames, let's be real, no one really did Sweetwater. Everyone hated doing Sweetwater, and then when it got removed, there was a huge uproar. But once again, they didn't have any communication on why exactly it got removed. Clearly a bug after 5 years being in the game. Like, come on, that makes absolutely zero sense. But if Nexon were to actually communicate why these things had to be removed or what the reasons were, then maybe it wouldn't be such a bad thing, and the community wouldn't be as upset as they are when changes like this hit the game. The issue why the player base has this type of reaction right now is because we have no communication from the game that we play. Of course, we have CMs, but there's only so much that they can do. They're put in a bad spot because, to be honest, I don't even think they know what's going on either. And I do agree with Coppersan in the fact that it does feel bad not knowing what will happen to certain GMS content in the future. I wish that we could just get a direct answer of where they're going with this game and the direction that it's headed, and I think it would make the community feel a lot better about playing the game currently. Like Coppersan said in his video, we don't know if attack speed 0 is getting nerfed. We don't know if Golux is getting nerfed. We don't know if any of these changes are staying or if they're leaving, and it's that uncertainty which questions why players should or shouldn't play the game. I think if they really just made a statement, went in depth, and told us the direction is with these changes, it would make people feel a lot better about playing the game. And I think that's the biggest thing. I think it's really just the transparency and communication from this company. But overall, my stance on the game being a good game still stands. I do enjoy playing this game, and I think a lot of changes have happened that have made this game so much better. Just to name a few: Star Force changes, leveling is easier than it's ever been, droplets have been added to shops, link skill transfers, pet auto buff, boss crystal changes. That's just to name a few. few, and we will keep getting quality of life changes. But again, the overall theme is that we need more communication as a player base. That is just an undeniable fact, and I think we can all agree on that. Whether you agree or disagree that the game is good or not, I think we can all agree that we need more communication. Of course, there are tons of changes that I would like to see in this game, but that's not what this video is about. If you want us to make a video on all the changes that we think should be implemented into this game, let me know and I'll be sure to make that video as well. I just want to add my 2 cents on this topic because I really want to see this game grow. If you know us, you know that we enjoy this game and all we care about is making it as big as it possibly can get. And for this game to get as big as it possibly can get, it starts with the communication from the company to the player base. But overall, do I think this game is worth picking up in 2023? Once again, I think the game itself is a good game, but the company needs some management and it needs better communication. Anyways, I'd love to hear what you guys have to say in the comments below. I'd love to hear some changes that you would like to see. If you want change, voice your opinions, but voice them with a solution. A lot of the times when it comes to Maplestory and the community, everyone likes to just say game bad, like they don't want to actually voice their opinion with a logical response. They just want to say the game is bad with no actual resolution. So if you have a problem, come up with a resolution, articulate your words in a way that actually make a difference instead of just talking just to talk and just to hate on the game, because at the end of the day, that does absolutely nothing for the game. Make a video, but don't just go in comment sections and say the game is bad. I really hope in the future we do get better communication. They've said multiple times that we will get better communication, so let's hope after all of this we finally get better communication. As always, hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.